Hey, your favorite greasy dudes are reviewing something else. You know. So I thought I would talk about a movie I saw a few days ago. No, about a week ago. Yeah. Lisa Frankenstein. Watch it with my wife. Sometimes I can get my wife to watch anything. Sometimes she'll go, I don't want to watch that. I put this on. Didn't even tell her, hey, we should watch this together. She just kind of goes, what's it about? It's got, I think it was Cole Sprouse from Sweet Life on Deck. And she goes, you mean Sweet Life Zack and Cody guy? And I go, yeah, he's playing a zombie in Lisa Frankenstein. What is it? It's like a romantic comedy. Fuck it, I'm in. I'm like, cool. The Nicholas Sparks horror movies. We start liking it. We start watching it. And right out the gate, I don't like the main girl, but I'm like, I think that's kind of the point of the movie. You're not supposed to really root for her. She's kind of like your protagonist, antagonist at the same time. She's not a very good person. She's quite shitty. But when Cole gets introduced as his zombie, he is the best part of the movie. He's so fucking funny, so expressive. He's like not a line spoken until the last minute of the movie, where he's just reading her old school English literature shit. I love it. Huh. Yeah, it's super, super fun. The effects are super, super strong. The acting, super strong. The writing, not perfect, but when it, is going well, it's, super tight and funny. Like, they use a tanning bed as the lightning source to zap him to life. She'll kill someone, take a body part off, put it on him, put him in the tanning bed, bzzz, and then he comes out like, look, a new penis. Yeah. He reveals he's got a little, or he has no dick or a small dick. I can't remember. It's been a couple weeks. But it's like, she just cut the dick off a man she had a crush on when she found she hated him. And he's like, Schlanger. And it's like, yeah. Cutting off hands, body parts, and just putting them on. So I'm like, oh, cool. And then they have a scene where they light the home on fire, and you're like, hey, another Frankenstein reference. There's a lot of little modern twists on the Frankenstein story, which is expected in a movie called Lisa Frankenstein. Duh. But there's no, hey, we're referencing the story moments. There's no wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's none of that. It's just organically thrown in. It's nice. My only complaint is yet again about the main girl is I'm just I've never been a big fan of the kind of characters who are like, hey, I'm a shitty character. Okay. Sorry, we're moving on over because my phone's dying. These are how I film these. I just sit down and just say I'm gonna film 9 videos in a row with my greasy hair because I need to take a shower. It's beautiful. You could fry an egg on that bitch. But yeah, beside the point. Sorry. She's like, oh, I'm gonna die a virgin. I'll never be with anyone, da-da-da. And you're like, kind of a bitch. But I do like that she has her Wednesday Adam moment where she's like, you know what? This Victorian style dress and this gothic chick look and all this stuff, I'm gonna rock it. And when she started rocking it, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, that's cool. I like that look. I legitimately turned to my wife and said, hey, babe, if you dress like that, yeah, I would rip that shit off and devour you. I like goth stuff. I like my horror movies. I like my shit dark. 99% of what you're going to hear me yak about is horror novels and or horror movies. It's kind of a hobby. But the movie's fun, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It's not a 10. You're not going to hear a lot of 10s out of me. I don't think a lot of movies are 10s. There's 30 films I can think of that are a 10 out of the metric shit pile that I've seen. I watch up to 20 movies in a month or more, sometimes less. There was one point where I didn't watch a movie for a whole year because it was 2009. I just kind of went, there's nothing that catches my eye. I even stopped gaming at that point. The thing that got me back in the gaming was the first Borderlands game. I was like, I feel like gaming. I'll play Borderlands. That's how I roll. We operate that way. But There's not a lot of movies I'll give it a 10 to, but this is a solid 8. Oh yeah, complaint. I'm tangenting. It's a talent. ADD brain just. What I don't like about her is she is wah wah. I'm sad. Okay, and generally, if I were to do a character arc like this, I would have them do other shit and then die in the end because it's like retribution. I mean, admittedly, she dies in the end and then gets brought back. So you're like, hey, she kind of had a character arc. I've just always found those kind of characters to be slightly bothersome. Sometimes, I mean, some of my favorite stories have those types of characters. But I mean, if they're written well enough, it works. And she's written pretty well. It's just, for me, I'm like, that's just a personal gripe. I mean, the actress is great. And her sister is fucking hilarious. The Asian sister she has, I can't think of her name. She reminds me a lot of her girl from Sweet Life on Deck. Who's married to Macaulay Culkin, that girl? You know who I'm talking about. Wendy Wu, all that stuff. I don't remember her name. I was going to say Mila Kunis. That's not her name. But she's funny because she's a very supportive character to her sister, but she's kind of a ditz bitch in a way. So you think, oh, you're an asshole. But then you're like, no. She's not an asshole. She's just inconsiderate with her words. She'll say the most bitchy shit possible to you, but her intention is the most wholehearted. And then her mom is a mondo cunt that you want to shoot out a window. You hate her automatically. You hate her. It's like, oh, you're the kind of person who thinks you are holier than thou art than everyone else around you, and you will tear them down. Cool. So when she gets killed by the daughter, and that becomes the first person to add on to Cole's body. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was so happy when she died. I love also how Cole's like, oh, you're eating peaches? Let me vom in that bowl and give you a worm. Like, he's such a passive-aggressive little shit. Like, he'll do really nasty stuff to people, but he'll always do it in the background when they're like, who the fuck did that? I'm like, I love that there's a zombie just walking around going, you're a dick to my girl. Worm vomit. You're a dick to my girl. Vomit, vomit. You were a dick to my girl. I'm going to push you off of something. And it's like, passive-aggressive zombie Cole Sprouse is A+. Like, there's a lot about the movie that's very, very funny. It's comedy first, horror second, I feel like, which totally works. I recommend this movie unequivocally. I tell you, watch it, love it, see it. It's going to make your day. It's going to make you smile. If you want a cool date night movie, get your girl or your boys, because even a group of dudes could watch this. I mean, a gay couple could watch it. Love, not hate. Should have uploaded this in June. 2 months late. It's just how I operate, bro. Never on time. But it's a really cute date night movie. Get some snacks, get your girl, tell her, hey baby, we're watching something romantic. She'll be all over you by the end of the movie. Or she might give out some red flags regarding the dick cutting scene. You might go, buddy, hide your hatchet. Your little buddy's gonna go, bye. Why did I make the dick cutting joke? I mean, that is honestly one of the funniest scenes when he's in bed with the other girl and she's just with the sister, and you're like, oh, he's a douche. But then you find out, no, he's not a douche. He just tells her, sorry, I fucked your sister. I'm not into you like that. And it's like, that's fair. He's not an asshole. He's being honest. He's telling the girl, hey, I get it. You like me, but I'm not into you. And then she's like, well, sister, why the fuck did you fuck him? And then she says something that she's been hinting at the whole movie is, well, I only fuck jocks, and this guy's intellectual, and then he actually treats me like a person, so I kind of just, I like it. And you're like, yeah, fair. That's a pretty fair reason to have sex with someone or get to know them. They make you feel special. And this guy's not trying to rizz her up, he's just being himself. So when she gets pissed and it's like, I'm going to chop your dick off, you're like, I get why you're doing it, but you're not in the right. And that was funny to me on some level. It's like, oh, I love that your character motivation is super flawed. Like, your reason for doing shit is super flawed. You're never really the moral compass of this movie. You're just kind of the character. Not the character you gotta love, but the character that you got. It's not what you wanted, it's what you needed. It's not who you deserved, you know, that spiel. I think, no, it's not who you wanted, it's who you deserve. I don't know how it goes, man. I'm stupid. Hi, kitty. Meow, meow. Yeah. There's a meow meow down there. I was going to try and show her, but then she walked away. My meow meows just walk away from me all the time, man. But yeah, watch it. 8 out of 10. Get your girl. Get your boys. If you like what you see, comment down below and let me know. God, I gotta wash my hair.